Today's question is, why do people have to study? From my student Airi, she's a fourth year university student at GPWU at so GPWU, Guma Prefectural Women's University. She's a fourth year student. She's actually in my thesis summary class. So, like here, you can see my cap. Boom! I should throw off my cap when I graduate. Also, this tassel, you should move it over. Wow, I can change the video. You should move it over when you graduate from high school or college in America. So it's a very important question, and I love this question here. Why should people study? And I love it. Like in my high school ring, you could put a quote on it, and the quote was, "Knowledge is power." Yes, because if only way to improve your life is by through more knowledge. I always believed. And my favorite quote on this is a quote that says, I'm paraphrasing here from my memory, but it says, I love this quote recently. I found it about 5 years ago or something. If you always do what you've always done, then you'll only get what you already have. So I repeat that. If you always do what you've always done, if you always do the same actions, then you'll only get what you already have. So if you want, as I tell my college kids this all the time, my university students, if you want different results, then you should do different actions. That's where knowledge and study comes from. So if you want to be better at something, do it more. If you want to be worse at something, do it less. I'm always surprised by this when my students ask me, why am I so bad at a test? Well, you should do it more. If you aren't as good as you want. If you're better than you think you should be, then you could do it less. But of course, you can control based on it. So if you always do what you've always done, then you only get what you already have. So it's a great quote. This, let me, sorry, let me change here. So that can become bigger. Yes, there we go. So of course, there's many reasons to study. It's an overall question, yes. So knowledge is power. So knowledge has been important for a very long time in society and in the world, of course. Uh, and for example, there's a quote by Socrates that says, yes, I know enough to know I know nothing. So you can only, this is true, there's effect that actually, until you know enough, you actually don't know how much you don't know. So uh, I don't know what I don't know until you know enough. I think it's called a Dunning-Kruger effect, where the more you know something, the more you realize how weak you are at it. So the less you know, you think you are strong at something. So that's part of knowledge. It teaches you that effect. So acquisition, of course, several reasons study. Number one, acquisition of knowledge and skills. For example, math teaches you logical skills. I love math. And as you can see from my t-shirt today, I think math was the best subject I ever studied. I loved it. And I guess I was okay at it. And it teaches you logical skills, reasoning skills, problem solving skills. I use it every day in my business or in my life. Of course, history. History, learning from the past. Why should we learn history? Of course, there's a famous quote by, I think, Lincoln that said, Abraham Lincoln, that said, those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. It was on the wall of my history teacher's class in high school. Again, those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. So if you don't learn lessons from the past, you will repeat them in the future. So if you want to get better at something, remember what's done. So history is a great subject. You can learn not from just your mistakes, but from lots of mistakes. That's why somebody like Bill Gates he reads a lot. He reads like one book a week. He reads almost only biographies because every week he can read about a new person and he can learn from their mistakes. So you can learn from other people's mistakes. You can learn from history mistakes. Don't do those mistakes. Don't do similar things. So history is a great subject for that. Science also teaches you about the natural world, learning how to exist in the natural world. Some things like pi, a 3.14 exists everywhere. Fibonacci sequence exists everywhere. So it teaches you about life and science. And sorry, I forgot to mention about math. Of course, it helps you. Well, I'll explain it later about school. No, sorry, about future jobs. It'll help you with future jobs, of course. So second reason, of course, so first reason was again, acquisition of new knowledge and skills. Second reason is preparation for future opportunities. So of course, your career advancement. If you want to have a higher level education, they'll give you a higher career. And that's why I mentioned about math, I wanted to say. So there was a study in America done where the companies were really angry at the colleges for graduating students that weren't prepared in math. And what does prepared mean? That's interesting. They weren't talking about advanced level math. They're talking about plus, minus, times, divide, and statistics, percentages. So in marketing, you use a lot of statistics in different subjects. But if you can do those well, extremely well, so focus on those simple skills. So plus, again, plus, minus, divide, and times, and statistics. So if you can do those well, you will succeed in almost any career. You use them almost everywhere. So they're very necessary skills for future life. And of course, so development, another third reason to study is you can develop your critical thinking skills. So what that means is, so not just the knowledge you're gaining, but how to study makes you a better future employee. I tell my college kids this all the time. Your job in college is to be a better future employee, not just memorizing facts, but also becoming better at things. I think it was Einstein that once said, right, that your job should not be just memorizing facts, but learning how to act as a human. Let me see. I think I have that quote somewhere here. Yes. Einstein emphasized that education should focus on developing critical thinking rather than mere memorization of facts. So you have to learn how to critically think. If you want to solve problems, new problems exist. If you've never seen them before, memorization doesn't help. How to think about those problems matters. And also different skills like, for example, time management, your research skills, your communication skills. That's why my university students work in teams, work in teams, and it teaches you to become a better future employee. So time management, research, communication skills. And another reason is, of course, personal growth and confidence. Of course, if you want to be more confident at doing something, learn more about it. So it helps you build your confidence. For example, like recently I fixed my mirror on my car. The mechanic said, we just got to replace it. It's like, I don't forget how much, $300. We just got to replace it. But I thought, wow, that's wasteful. It's wasteful trash. Let's look on the YouTube. Maybe somebody has had the same problem before. I can learn from them. And watching their video, it boosted my confidence that, wow, maybe I can do this. I've never opened the side mirrors of my car before. And I'm not usually fixing my car, so I'm not mechanically inclined, as they say. But I thought, wow, that built my confidence, and I thought, and it relieved my stress. Like I don't have to create more trash in the world. Bam, I can actually do it. So of course, personal growth and confidence building. So it relieves your stress too. When you enter a test, you're like, wow. That's why I'm always surprised. Like when you enter a test, you should know that test is easy or difficult or medium. Like you shouldn't be surprised by a test. I'm always surprised that my students sometimes would be surprised. What's that score? You should never be surprised by a score. Studying teaches you your ability. So you'll know, okay, this one I wasn't great at. Maybe I should do better. And on that topic, by the way, of tests, my goal in life has always been, I don't care about grades. I care only about improving myself. Am I better than I was yesterday, than last week, last year, last month, last year? So am I improving? So I never compare myself to other classmates. It's an unfair comparison, as my high school teachers and my parents always said. Yeah, you're going to always find somebody smarter, faster, richer, healthier, but you shouldn't compare to them. You should just make yourself better. As my father said, you can choose every day. Either you're getting better or you're getting worse, but it's your decision. And study helps you get better in whatever you're doing. So that's why also the next one, the fifth one, is lifelong learning. So learn forever. They've proven that older people doing, for example, word puzzles and things like that, keeps their brain active as they get older, and it maybe decreases Alzheimer's and different age-related diseases on them. So again, five main reasons, of course, to study. Number one, acquisition of new knowledge and skills. Two, preparation of future opportunities, of course, like jobs and career. Three, of course, development of critical life skills. So how to think better in life and how to act better, like time management, like we said earlier. Four, personal growth and confidence. And of course, lifelong learning to keep your brain active. A brain, what's the saying that some people say, neurological people say, a brain that wires together, fires together, wires together. So keep it active so it's always firing with you. Okay, thanks again for watching these videos. Of course, so if you ever have any questions, so this was again knowledge I was going to say knowledge is power from my high school ring. This is, of course, why do people study? From Airi, a fourth year GPWU student. So if you are a student somewhere in the world too, please let us know where you're from, either your city or your university or something. Ask us any questions that we can help with. We hope that new knowledge helped you gain some perspective on why studying is important. So you might have subjects you don't like, are subjects that you like, or teachers you don't like, or teachers you like, but overall, knowledge helps you prepare for a better life in the future. So it's a very important goal pursuit. Thanks again for watching, and make sure to put any comments below if you have any comments. Thanks again, and sorry, any questions below, and like and share these videos with more people so more people can gain more knowledge so they can be better humans. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.